Example 11 is about sentence. It's about problematic equation. We have to understand the situation. Miss Laila went on a trip to London and decided to go on London Eye, a Ferris wheel. While she was on the wheel, she came out with a sinusoidal model to represent the motion of the wheel, which is given by figure 1. So let's look at figure 1. This is Ferris wheel. Miss Laila took one cabin, and while she's riding the Ferris wheel, she come out with these waves. Okay, so let's understand this wave. The horizontal line represents t. T is time, and the y-axis here, vertical line, representing the height. Okay, this is the height, ketinggian. Height in meter. Okay, and this one is time in minutes. At first, let's look at this graph. At first, the height of Miss Laila is 75 meter. So we can understand this. The starting point of Miss Laila is here. So this is 75 meter. Okay, the height at 75 meter, and the Ferris wheel will move like this. So as Miss Laila going up, so the curve is also going up until it reach 135 meter. So here we know that the height is 135 meter. After it reach the maximum point, it's going down here. So it's going down until it reach the same level as starting point 75, and it's going down again here until it reach minimum value 15. So the height of this is 15 meter. When she reach here, she will going up again until it reach the starting value. So this is one cycle before it going back to its original position. Then she continue to repeat the same height again. Okay, so that is the situation. And you have to answer the following. What is the diameter of the Ferris wheel? Okay, Ferris wheel is a circle. This is circle. What is diameter? If you have a circle here, diameter is the measurement from end to end, and it will cross the middle point. So how can we find the diameter? You can find the diameter by using the information of the height. The highest is 135, the minimum is 15. So logically, the diameter is the difference between those values. Diameter is 135 meter minus 15 meter equal to 120. So that is the answer for A, the diameter of the Ferris wheel. Question B. How long does the wheel to take one complete one revolution? Means that how long it will get one rotation. How long will Miss Laila going back to its original place? So let's look at this. Starting point is going, one rotation is coming back. So how long? So based on the curve, we can understand this as one period. Okay, one period is one unit shape. Okay, so based on this, you know that one unit shape is from here to here. So it is 30 minutes. So we can answer question B. Actually, we want to identify the period is 30 So to answer the question, you can write it takes 30 minutes to complete one rotation. Okay, now question number 3. Write a sine function that represents the graph. Okay, now you have to formulate by using sine. So we have 3 types, whether y equal to sine x, first part A, or if you have 1 equal to a sine bx, or the third case when you have a sine bx minus c. So you have to identify the first one. If you are using y equal to a sine x, you have to know the implication of this is the value of period equal to 2 pi. For the second part, the period is 2 pi over b. The third one, period is 2 pi over b, but you also has phase shift. Okay, we want to consider which case that we want to use. Okay, look at the first case. Is the period equal to 2 pi? No, our period is 30. So we delete this option. We cannot use this format. And how about the third format here? Do we have phase shift? Means that do we start at do we have some shifting here? No, it start at 0. Okay, so the third type is also not suitable, means that we will use case B. Okay, so we consider a sine bx. A is the amplitude. So what is the amplitude here? Amplitude from the graph can be found by looking at the, since the center line is not at the center line, so you can calculate the amplitude by using formula maximum value minus minimum value over 2. The maximum value is 135, the minimum value is 15 over 2. This is 120 over 2 equal to 60. So that is your A. So your A equal to 60. Right? Period, we obtain our period is 30. Based on the formula, period is 2 pi over b equal to period is 30. Based on this setting, we can find B. B is 2 pi over 30, which is pi over 15. Now you know your A and also your B. You can plug in into the formula. Your Y is 60 sine pi over 15x. Okay, so that is our current formulation. We have to check whether it is true. Okay, now do we have some kinds of another plus D? Okay, so you have to look at this. Since the wave is not at the 0 value, so if you use this formula without D, if you try to draw this again, okay, with period 30, the middle point 15, and the amplitude 60, amplitude, so the waves is like this. The minimum value negative 60 and the maximum is 60, but it's not our case. We have 135 and 15 here, so means that you have to shift up. Okay, not 0 but to, what is the middle line here, is 75. So now your D is 75, means that the actual formula should be added by 75. So this is your answer. you have vertical shifting here.